mess. Excuse me while I flex. That's to my left. You're bad with bad breath. For bags I do conquest. Find bag then I collect. No, that love. Like each know every spec. Both I, oh yes. It's like I'm grandma, yes. PT rep that till death. Get back, I need 10 steps. Don't care who got up next. PT can't miss. Ain't heard no like this. Pull out my sheet. I got the bread to trick. I see your ex down bad, I think he need assist, So I went that mama, I no drama, I'm on my way to the tippity top. I'm so OP, think I'm a knob. B.O.B. M.O.B.G.A.N.G. Love me when I stop. I might get bored and just get in the stocks. Shawty just gave me the
announcements, Alexis.
Starting in the neighborhood, this player took the neighborhood over with, get this, nearly 8,000 wins.
8,000 wins? That could only be one person. Congratulations, Rebirth GTV. Moving on over to the city, it is tough out there, but one player stood tall and showed elite skills. Your 2K25 city champion is
Tufferson X. Congratulations.
How come I didn't get the award?
You're not good enough, Chris.
All right, so we have you clocked in at over 8,000 wins this year. What is the secret to the success out here?
Before we announce the next winner, ready for some more 2KTV Interactive? Paint protectors are so valuable to team defense in the NBA.
Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. And now the Los Angeles starters. We've got Paolo Banchero, Chet Holmgren out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Kevin Durant, and it's DJ in at point guard. And for the Jazz, Chris Middleton is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Collier, then there's George, and it's Jones in at the 5. Very early in the season, but a lot of excitement still in the air, Grant.
No question, B.A. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams, and that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
Now here's George. Great D that time from Holmgren. Here's the 3. Connects from downtown.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a three-point game. And he comes up with a bucket.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
On offense, here are the Clippers. Leonard passes to DJ. Off the mark there with a three. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball.
It's a Jazz ball.
And it's Utah with the ball. Doubled by Durant. George left side. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Here's DJ. In the game against Denver, very impressive.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates, a very heady passer for a big man.
Pass to Collier. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. George for three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
Dialing it in from range on the road is never easy to do, but they pulled it off and played a great game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
Beyond the arc. Kept alive. Pass to DJ. The three is up. And it falls for him. He's now 4 of 7 from the field.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And Utah calls time here. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed, and now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Now here's George. 13 points in the win against New Orleans. Middleton finds Markkanen. George outside. To win the run. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this. Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Jazz trail by 13. Here's Collier. Really played well against New Orleans in his last game. Some room here for Jones. Utah with another miss.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Counted from distance. DJ's got 18 points in the game.
Yeah, they've done quality work on the offensive glass.
The steal from outside the arc. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Utah's head coach. Feels good about their chances if they can prevent Kawhi Leonard from taking over. We're talking about a first-ballot Hall of Famer who can score from all 3 levels and can take your best scorer out of the game. I asked him, so what's the plan? He said, survive.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
A minute 6 left in the first quarter.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Down low to snap the cold streak. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
DJ. No good on the 3. Jazz trail by 17. It's Giddey on the wing. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Oh, showing off his moves. Giddey can be pretty sly with the ball.
Here's DJ. Sinks the tray. DJ's got 24.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's Collier. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Hardy. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here we go. Here's Giddey. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's DJ. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. It's Los Angeles. They lead by 13. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. Look here for Utah. Markkanen's checked in for Jones. Collier comes in for Giddey. And it's George in for Hardy. Off the inbound pass. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 27.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important.
Look at Collier. He's out there with George. And it's Dennis in at the center position, filling out the middle. That's the group for Utah right now. So it's Los Angeles now. The Jazz making their last shot. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
There's a minute 34 left in the first half. DJ pulls it in.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And here's the fast break. That's good from Collier on the assist by George.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
This one for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. DJ's got 33 points.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Now here's George. The D's right on him. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 5 rebounds in the game. From deep. And Los Angeles another 3.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first half. Offensive rebound. Here's Markkanen, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Markkanen's got his second basket on the night.
Well, that's a nice effort there on the offensive boards. Markkanen can make a difference there when he's that active.
Another shot. And Zubac with the lay-in.
And attacking a somewhat helpless defense right now. Just a relentless effort.
Well, you love the dedication. This is how you have to play. Don't let up just because you're out front.
George, no good. Here's DJ. Got it up. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer. But it's off target. And so it's Los Angeles with a commanding 22-point lead. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Stan, back in your early coaching days, what was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
And so in the game for the Clippers, they've got Holmgren. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. And Carroll out there with Kevin Durant. And it's DJ in at the point. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. DJ in the last game against the Nuggets delivered quite a performance. He dropped 69 points and was so disruptive defensively, picking up a bunch of steals. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Outstanding. Thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on, see if he can't replicate that performance.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
To the middle. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Oh, man, what happened at halftime? Since then, they're 0 for 4.
Here's DJ. And again for 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
George outside. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Outside Jones. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
From deep, Giddey drains the triple. Giddey's got 10 points.
Like, sometimes the threes can really boost your confidence, and I'm sure it'll do just that for Giddey.
Here's DJ. Connects again from distance. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
That's tipped. Pass to Collier. Offensive rebound.
LA foul. Nunez. That's his first personal foul. Second team
He's got
foul.
his first free throws of the night right here.
At the line for the Jazz.
And he knocks down the first one. Hardy, he's checked in for Utah. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Jones, he's checked in for Holmgren. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so Jackson Jr. will bring it up for the LA Clippers. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. To the inside. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. Here's DJ. Gets the 3 to fall. DJ's got 48.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Number 5.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for. Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
A minute 31 left in the third quarter. Utah's gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie. Now, here's Williams. Yet to see a basket. Here's Hardy. Pass to Collier. Shot clock at 6. Left side, Giddey. Got it. Good job in the low post. Giddey's got 5 points now this quarter.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
Shot is good by DJ.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Right side, Giddey. Pass to Hardy. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Here's DJ. Off target with the three. The Jazz have gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. Outside, Williams. Offline with a three. Here's DJ. No good there.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one.
And so it's Los Angeles with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a...
Look here for Utah. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for York. Chris Middleton comes in for Chandler. And Sensabaugh subbed in for O'Neal. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
They've got Josh Giddey. Chris Middleton is out there with Lauri Markkanen. And it's Dennis in at the 5, down low. That's the group for Utah right now. Yep, that one goes.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Giddey passes to Middleton. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Here's DJ. Takes the three. And again for three. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
With the drive, and good! There's another 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Another steal! Inside, here's Jones. Banked it in off the glass. Jones has got his first basket.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
To the paint. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen with the stop.
So good to see Markkanen using force on his finish.
Pass to Brown. Here's DJ. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Off target from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Now Zubac. Giddey defends. To the middle. Here's DJ. There's the three. Good! Another from three.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. Dennis gets the bucket.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to DJ. The three is up. Utah grabs the miss. And they'll get another chance. Five to shoot. The three ball connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game. Got a hand on it.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Clippers.
The coaching staff has to be happy with the way they've limited their turnovers here.
Yeah, B.A., that's hashtag facts. Just tremendous patience and self-control.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
And as it was happening, and again for three.
And with that make, he stands alone with the second most triples in a game.
Well, you got to think that every time he releases the ball from deep, it's going in. He just keeps raining down the threes.
They're on a little run right now, but I'm wondering, where was this energy earlier?
Yeah,
He got it again! Sensational!
And he is simply unconscious. Nobody can stop him right now.
Boy, the points keep coming, and he's climbing that scoring ladder. Third on the list, well in sight. Here's DJ. Here's Brown. And it's Kitty with a rebound. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Uses the glass on the layup.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Here's DJ. Giddey defends. Here's DJ. Oh, connects again.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense, really taking it to the opposition. So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.